Okay, I was wishing you a prosperous 2012. Will it be a prosperous 2012 for the Ghana Stock Exchange?
Well, the outlook for the Ghana Stock Exchange in 2012 is a bit of a tepid performance. We expect most of the enterprise stocks in 2011 to bounce back at least in the first quarter to the first half of 2012. So we should be seeing stocks like Starwing Products Limited, Standard Chartered Bank, Echo Bank to be all rallying within the first quarter and the first half of the year. But on the general outlook, by the close of 2012, we think the market will just be performing like how it did last year.
Right.
Because traditionally in election years, we have our interest rates going up. We have a bit of exchange rate volatility. And generally, the trend in the economy is not favorable for the stock market. And all this is expected to trigger a decline in the stock market after the half of the year. That's in the second quarter and third quarter.
I was reminding our viewers that the main driver of the Ghana Stock Exchange are the banks, and the Ghana Financial Index is on the up. What's going to influence Ghanaian banks this year?
Generally, at the beginning of the year on the stock market, the banking stocks are in high demand. This is because most of the banking stocks are the ones that pay huge dividends. You have the likes of SGSSB, you have the likes of Echo Bank, the likes of Standard Chartered Bank. They pay a lot of dividends, so those are the ones that investors are looking to cash in. So you find that those stocks will be rallying at least in the first quarter of the year.
Right.
On the general side, we're talking about unlisted banks as well. It's usually interest rates that are going to drive the general performance of the banking industry. And we think interest rates, we are highly optimistic that interest rates are going to rise slightly this year, and this is going to affect the performance of the banks generally.
So
in terms of...
finish your sentence. In terms of?
In terms of their, if you're talking about default rates and whatnot, we think this is going to affect their performance and drive down profitability slightly.
Okay. In the last week, GCB has been a major market mover, representing 62% of turnover. What's the story there?
GCB, per our estimations, is hugely underpriced. We put GCB in the region of about 2 CD40 pesos thereabout. And as of last week, it was under 2 CDs. So we think investors have realized this fact and are going for the stock. We believe that GCB is one of the stocks that you should be looking out in 2012. So we should see more liquidity in that stock and more price appreciation from GCB.
Right. Everybody's been watching and waiting for the regulator to decide, and it was decided. So Ecobank Ghana to hold an AGM on its resolutions regarding the Trust Bank. What does that mean for the banking industry in general, for the SIC Financials Index?
Well, for Ecobank's merger, as in acquisition of the Trust Bank, investors are viewing it as a good acquisition. This is because Ecobank is largely a corporate banking institution. It deals with the like of big corporate institutions in Ghana, and it doesn't have such a strong retail outlet. TTB, that's the Trust Bank, on the other hand, has a very strong SME banking, retail banking wing. So the acquisition is viewed by investors as it's going to give Ecobank the right blend of corporate banking clients and retail banking clients. And in totality, we should see Ecobank, after the acquisition, performing strongly.
And then just a comment quickly, we've seen the cocoa processing company completing its debt to the cocoa board of $14 million. What does that mean for its balance sheet? And then secondly, good results from PZ Cousins. Net profits up 156%. So it must be speaking to rising consumerism in Ghana and West Africa in general.
Yeah, on the first hand, PZ Cousins has been performing strongly over the years. This is traditional of manufacturing companies. When interest rates are down and the economy is very good, you find out that manufacturing companies like PZ, like Unilever Ghana, are performing strongly. PZ has been driven largely by an aggressive marketing strategy that the company has implemented, and it has diversified its product portfolio. So you see more of PZ Cousins products on the market now compared to years past. On if you could come back with the previous question.
No, it's fine. We've run out of time. I just wanted to know what we're likely to see by way of performance for the cocoa processing company, but we can have that conversation on any other day. Thanks so much for your input there, Derrick Mensah.